If you're really scared that when you go to your kitchen and you open your fridge and Labubu will jump out of it, then don't worry. Because this scary but cute and weird but intriguing little doll just got a TV series, and if that wasn't enough, they also got a feature film. Some people might take years to come up with an amazing story, a perfect logline that will make the best film or a TV series ever. However, in 2025, that is not enough. Actually, sometimes it's not anything. It's actually useless to have a good story. Because what really matters this year is to have a recognizable brand. Whether it's a doll or a film that already has been made 15 times. Those are the stories that people want to make, and apparently people want to see. Hi, my name is Yola and I work in the animation industry. I have an adult animation series in the early development. I worked on your favorite films like Nimona and Cocomelon, which you do not have to like at all, by the way. And today we're gonna talk about Labubu getting a new TV series. Whether you like it or not, it's happening. And I'm gonna go over that with my Labubu, or better call it. Did you know that you have demonic allegations? Jokes aside, whether you love Labubu or you hate it, this is some huge news because we have another huge IP getting into screens to scare you and your kids, and maybe your mother-in-law if you're lucky. Those exciting news first broke out at CGTN, which stands for China Global Television Network. Labubu to headline its own animated series and feature film. I mean, why go small if you can go big? PopMart has reportedly launched a film studio to create an animated series featuring its popular blind box. If you're an animation student, maybe think of a doll, think of a toy first, become a toy maker, and then try to sell a show. I think that's the new order now. Due to the popularity of Labubu, PopMart seems to follow in Disney's footsteps and trajectory with the opening of the PopMart theme park in September 2023. And then, preparation for the animated series. I mean, fake it till you make it, PopMart. Maybe one day you'll be like Disney. Or maybe you already are. Who am I to judge? Only God can judge you. The God of licensing. Actually, personally, I had no idea that PopMart has a theme park, but apparently, according to the article, they opened 2 years ago to, as I quote, to convey happiness, create little beauty in the city, and extraordinary in daily life. Like today's rent prices and even egg prices are not extraordinary enough. But yeah, little beauty. We all need a little bit of beauty. And if you are still holding on to hope that this is fake news, apparently they finished the first draft of the script for season 1. Now you have 2 choices. Either you're gonna accept this fate, or we just all gonna gang up and eliminate Labubu. I'm kidding, okay? It's not like I hate Labubu. Actually, I kind of like them. However, I like to dislike things that other people like. And I feel like some of you who do not like Labubu, you just like to dislike other things that people like, basically. Which is totally fine. I also don't like many things that other people like just for the sake of being different. Now I'm gonna say something pretty bold, and I know some people might really not like it. But my personal opinion that I have a right to have. If someone can like Moomins, or Smurfs, or Trolls, or whatever it is that you like, even Furby, if someone can like all of it, what's wrong about liking Labubu? I know people get annoyed by those awfully expensive special editions, whatever, but people buy bags for 30k.
For a bag?
It's not a bag. It's a Birkin.
Like, rich people buy weird shit, and that's not a new thing.
I have the one and only 24 karat gold
Labubu.
What I find a bit extraordinary about this whole situation is that truly these days you might have amazing ideas, amazing logline, all the skill set that you need, but even if you're extremely talented and have the greatest story potential, you literally have to fight the wind to get that done. But if you have a blind box, apparently this is a new way to get a show done. And if you are still here, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. And if you're feeling really freaky today, I invite you to my Discord, where I organize panels with other fellow industry professionals, aiming at students to teach them about the reality of the animation industry. All the links are in bio. Obviously, this situation is a little bit different, because it's not like Labubu was pitched to a studio and studio decided to give money to it. No, simply Pop Mart is a very rich company and they can do whatever the hell they want. And they just happened to decide to make a show about it. But the truth is, everyone is saying that there's no money for animation, but there's tons of money for animation. And perhaps maybe that's a new route for the industry. Long time ago, you would have IP first and then you would have merchandise. And now we are in this weird moment where you have merchandise first and then you have the show made. If you feel like Labubu came out of nowhere, I hate to disappoint you. Actually, this thing has been around since at least 2015. And the story of how it actually came to what it is, which is extremely popular blind box, is really interesting, because essentially that was a children's book character originally, made by Casting Lang. And you know what? If you will see this book, it's actually really pretty. I feel like if you saw it back in 2015 without this whole mainstream and obsession over the character, I feel like most of fellow artists, they would just be like, hey, this is actually a very interesting children's book. So maybe it is not about being a blind box first and show later. Maybe it is about being a character based on mythology, and then being a children's book, and then being an IP, and then being a blind box, and then being a series. What I want to say is that a pathway to get a show done is really complicated. It takes a lot, and sometimes you will try to come through the door as if, you know, coming to the studio, showing your pitch, and never hearing back from them. And that means you have to get through the window, whether it's making a toy or a book first. It's actually insane how many ways there are to get a show made. When it comes to the storyline for the show, nothing is much known. There are not many things out there, how it looks, what it is about. We just know it's gonna be about Labubu, because obviously we want to take advantage on a huge popularity and monetize it even more. And I know I sound ironic, but honestly, if I was a big company like that, that's the very first thing I would do. Like, hey, if I had money and if I had my own IP, this is the first thing I will do. A TV show and a feature film. Because I'm not poor in that scenario. But other than that, Labubu is getting a TV show and a feature film. We do not know what it is about, but we just know it's gonna be about crazily popular character. And how do you feel about Labubu getting a TV show and your little TV series that you've been developing for the past 10 years being continuously ignored by the execs? How do you feel? It's not like I'm being personal about it or anything like that. Anyway, leave your comment down below if you're excited, if it was predictable, if it's annoying, or if you absolutely do not care. And congratulations to Mr. Lang for making an absolutely iconic character that people love to hate and hate to love. I actually really respect that. Thank you!